Good morning guys, George from Cyprus Insight, and today we're at Deryneia at the farmers market. We're going to pick up some fruit and veg and maybe some salad, and I'll show you round. And later on in the video we'll be passing on to our new crew member Richie. Only open on Saturday mornings, and this is all fresh produce. Only fresh produce can be sold at this market. There'll be no clothes and what have you. It is literally a farmer's market. What we got? Oh, these are nice tomatoes, aren't they? They're plum tomatoes. Look at the sweet corn, €2, and you get seven sweet corns for €2. Beans look good, don't they? Oh, the figs have started to come out. Fasolaki. What we've got here, dried crunchy bread, olive oil. That looks like good olive oil, and zivania. We've got snails. Some snails if anyone's into snails. And these are fresh eggs. Broccoli. And these are a little bit past it in a bag, and they are just €1 a bag, but they're good, still good, still good. Oh, the good old Cyprus potato, look, with red soil on it. There we are, they're 60 cents a kilo at the moment. Right, more fresh olive oil, look at that. And here we've got wine and zivania, and some more wine. I think this guy comes up from the mountains at Trudos. And he's brought some apples with him. It looks like we've got some fresh halloumi over there. Look. And drahana. That's bulgur wheat with milk. And it's dried, and they eat it in the winter. I'll show you it. There it is. So that's the drahana. I don't know what these are. Oh, they're aubergines, are they? Oh, there they are, look. Like baby aubergines. Look, they've got pumpkins. More pumpkins over there. There's the organic eggs. There's the pumpkins. Looks like they've got the plum tomatoes, which are delish. €2 a kilo. Look, they've got pickles here. I'm not sure what they are, but it's all pickles. And we've got olives. Look. Are they olives? Yeah, I think so. So here we are, we've got dried fruit and nuts. Loads more fresh produce. Look, spring onions look nice. So it looks like everything on this table's £1 a bundle. Fresh eggs. Oh, they've got honey here. €10 for a big one. Dried peas. It looks like they've got some homemade jam. Got some dried garlic. There. That's €1 a packet, is that right? And this is the halloumi. There. Made from goat's milk. And that's a proper halloumi. That is. There. Grape season is coming. That one's €8 for that one. Right, what we got? We've got some lovely grapes. There we are, just coming into season. They were €2.70 a kilo. And we've got some massive onions. There they are. Look at the size of them.
60 p a kilo.
And they're 60 cents a kilo they were. Okay. And there's all our green stuff. There we are. Onions. And that's all packed, isn't it? Ready to go. There we are. There we are. And that's from Afguru. There it is. Okay. And we've got some spinach. Lovely fresh spinach. There it is. Look at that. Oh, that looks nice. 3 bundles for €1. And our lovely Cyprus potatoes with, of course, red soil all the way around them, and they were just 60 cents a kilo. And our beautiful plum tomatoes, look at those. I think they're €2.50 a kilo. So there's some cauliflower there. Now this is out of season, guys, probably bought in, so you pay a premium for that. That was $2.25 a kilo. There we are. Carrots. That's probably come from Leo Bedri, them carrots. Leo Bedri is famous for carrots. And we've got sweet potato. There's a couple in there. Lovely. And last but not least, the sweet corn. Well in season at the moment. And 6 for €2. Right, guys. Now I'm going to hand you over to Richie. Take it away, Richie.
Good morning, George. Good morning, everybody. By way of introduction, my name is Richie and I'm your Deryneia correspondent for Cyprus Insight. Now today we have a couple of friends over from England to have a little look around our village and see some of the hidden gems that we have to offer. So why don't you come along as well? Okay, so welcome to Deryneia. Heading to our first port of call today, which is the Deryneia Cultural Centre. It's a sort of museum, display place. There's just some background about Deryneia. It's a fairly large village in Cyprus. It's about 6,000 people live here. And if you're in Ayia or Patara, you're about 20 minutes away in the car. And it's about 40 minutes from Larnaca Airport. Now Deryneia, as I say, is a fairly large village. It was larger until 1974. Before the Turkish intervention stroke invasion, whatever you want to call it, it is more than twice the size it currently is. Over 70% of Deryneia is now either in the buffer zone or within the occupied areas. So we'll just have a little drive around Deryneia and we're heading down towards the cultural centre. Okay, so we're just coming up to the cultural centre now. Built in 1998. And it's a building which basically commemorates a lot of Famagusta, the history. And there's videos, photographs. There's a lovely viewing point that we'll take you up to, where you can look at the ghost town of Varosha. So we'll see you in there. Okay, so we've reached the cultural centre, and sadly we've chosen the one day that it happens to be closed, but we can still access the roof, which we've climbed the stairs to, which is a bit heavy going in this heat, but fortunately we have discovered a conveniently located bench, which Sue's exploiting at this very moment. So our friends from England having a good look over there at Varosha. Hello both. And this is a view you get from the roof. Usually you can get binoculars here as well, but luckily we brought our own. So primarily this is here to remind people about the events of '74 really. And I imagine most of you who are watching this know about something about that. Of course over there to the left hand side is the occupied areas. And as I swing across now to the right you can see the ghost town of Varosha. We will get closer to Varosha and a couple more places we want to stop at. But that's been like that now for 47 years. Although it is opening to some degree now. The Turkish Cypriot side have opened up certain aspects of Varosha, but not to the general public. Just to the Turkish Cypriot side. So sorry we couldn't bring you footage of the inside of the centre, folks. We'll probably do that on another video. But just sit and enjoy the view for a bit. Okay, so apologies for not being able to get inside the cultural centre today, but we can save that for another time. We're now heading down to where the crossing is to the occupied areas. Now I'm not too sure how much I'll be able to film here, but we'll play it by ear and see what happens. So we're at the crossing right now. Obviously it has opened up again now. I've got to be a little bit discreet about the filming. I don't particularly keen on us filming here, but there is the crossing, the Deryneia crossing. People lining up to go there. I'm trying purposely not to film the potential buffer zone, just to keep on the right side of the law. But if you do want to go across the occupied areas, remember that if you are from the UK, you might have a difficulty coming back again, just the UK being a third country now. But that's where you would go if you wanted to go to the occupied areas. Okay, so we're now going to have a little drive around the back streets of Deryneia, and we're actually on our way to the Famagusta viewpoint, which I hope will be open today. Here, by the way, is our supermarkets of choice. Mega. Very good fruit and veg there. Now, one thing Deryneia does have is an awful lot of churches. So if you're into having an explore of your churches, it's a very good village to visit. A combination of the new and enormous and the ancient and tiny. We're going to go past a new and enormous one in a minute. Deryneia as well, it's probably best known on the island for its production of strawberries. It produces about 6% of the island's strawberries. And we have a festival here every 2 years. Now there's a church on the left hand side. So that's one of the new enormous ones. But yeah, every 2 years we have a strawberry festival, excluding 2020 obviously due to COVID. That's held in the last week of May, every 2 years. So if you're here at the end of May, it's held at the football stadium, and you'll be hearing more about the football stadium in the future videos hopefully. And you come along, get a free punnet of strawberries. There's all kinds of strawberry alcoholic drinks there available. And there's music, dancing, kebabs, and well worth a visit. So we're on now to the Famagusta viewpoint. It looks open, there's lots of cars there. So let's have a look inside when we get there. Here we are. Hello everybody again. We're at the Famagusta viewpoint here. Nice little snack area. Cold drink downstairs, and upstairs is the view area. There was a similar place to this right by where we showed you the crossing earlier, called Anita's place, Anita's house. That's now just a private house now. So this is the only place like this now in the area. We're a little bit closer now to Russia. So in front of you you've got the remnants of the Republic of Cyprus, then a buffer zone. And there is the ghost town. This is actually the first place I've been to this place in 7 years, so it's new to us as well, but well worth a visit. And if you like tortoises, they've got one downstairs as well. It's a little bit windy now, but I just want to try and get some footage of this. Now can you see right in the centre of the screen, it's what looks like a little amphitheatre. What that actually is, this was built by an EU project. I think it was an Italian female designer, and it's a little tiny cinema within the buffer zone in Deryneia. I've not had any activities there yet, but you actually do have an outside cinema with benches in the buffer zone, and if anything ever happens there we'll keep you posted on that. But that's a very interesting new thing that's just happened in the village. Okay, well this is our penultimate stop, and one of the reasons we've come to this little spot is this was the view from the first house that we lived in Deryneia when we first moved here 7 years ago. Our house was just behind me, just there. It looks a lot nicer now because the people who bought it have really done it up quite nicely. But that for 2.5 years is our home, and every night we could just come out and look at that. Now all this bare land in front of you see how great brown it all is. Well, if you come here between January and March, it's all green. And our neighbours all told us that before '74, all these bare fields were orange groves, full of oranges. And you could smell the oranges sitting up here on your patio at night. And the spooky thing about coming here at night and sitting out here at night is that you look at those hotels in the distance all night, and very slowly they disappear as it turns to black, and all over there that all lights up. because that's the occupied areas. So a bit of a nostalgia trip for us. And our next and final stop will be at the Deryneia Amphitheater Bar. So this is our last stop of the tour, and this is the Deryneia Amphitheater Bar and more. It's our local, it's about a 5-minute walk from our house, and it's a cracking little place to stop off for a drink. Ice cold bottles of Keo, I think they still do pizzas, and it's a great little chill out place. The view over there is fantastic. I'm standing a distance away because they play music there and I'm worried about copyright issues, so I'm giving myself some distance between where we're sitting and here. But there's a playground around the back for the kids, plenty of seats, very welcoming place, so why not give it a visit. So that's the end of my report from Deryneia. I hope you've enjoyed it, and so George, it's back to you back in the studio.
Well, thank you very much for that, Richie. That was really interesting. Our new presenter, Richie. Right, I'm at my favourite flower shop at Deryneia, and we're going to a 30th anniversary party later, and it is traditional to buy a lily. So we're going to look, see if they've got any lilies. Oh look, there's a passion fruit there. These are great in Cyprus. They grow really well. Good for hanging baskets. Not sure what they're called. Oh look, they've got basil here. And the ferns there. They make good hanging baskets. I'll be picking up some ferns later on in the year, maybe September. I've got some patches in the front garden where it's quite damp. And there's not much light there, and I'm going to put some ferns. Looks like they've just watered. Look at these little bonsai type trees. Picked up some of these spider plants the other day from a garden that I've been fixing and planted them up, and so they're going really well at the moment. Yeah, it looks like they've got quite a lot of ferns in this undercover area. Look, you see, I've definitely picked some of them up. Oh, there's some more lilies down here, look. Right, some lovely flowers and plants here. Look at those. Right, this is where I leave you guys. Hope you enjoyed that. Well, thank you very much, Richie. That was brilliant. A new member of the crew. Don't forget to like and subscribe. If there's somewhere you'd like me to go, put it in the comments below.